Well, time for another saga that is YouTube beef. This is a delightful world now, isn't it? Uh, in the words of one of my favorite YouTubers, that being Laserpig, great videos, suggest you guys watch them. Yeah, I'm about to do some mud wrestling, get down and dirty. Because a particular YouTuber, a very famous one too, has decided that he is an intellectual. He is a genius. He is the next Mozart. His one video a year is art. That is CGP Grey. Now, CGP Grey, most recently, has decided that he's going to be a diva. He can dispute this. Message me. Come on, I'd love to hear how you can defend your actions. Making people pay to comment on your YouTube videos? That's never been done before. You claim that you're doing it to quote unquote prevent scams. No one falls for those scams. And you could do it in a much better way without deciding that you're going to kneecap your comment section. You do that by making it unable for people to post links. It's been this way for years. How are you this incompetent? But no, I don't really care. I don't comment on stuff, ever. Well, once or twice. That's because I'm an incredibly private man. This is my first video. Ever. I don't make videos. The reason I'm making this is because you decided to commit the cardinal sin of any content creator on this platform. You abused the YouTube copyright system. No one likes that. No one. It's why people go through monumental efforts to avoid having to use it, because they know if the internet gets a whiff of the unfair use of the copyright system, you get dogpiled. Check your Twitter. You're being viciously torn down there. I should know. I drunkenly posted some tweets the other night. So, we're gonna have to take a step back. Let's do a little play-by-play here. Gotta get with the YouTuber lingo, so to say. So, what has happened is this involves two channels. I've already mentioned CGP Grey. I'll mention the second one. His name is Vlogging Through History. He is a, reaction and history channel. Now, reactions have a pretty bad reputation on YouTube. When you think of a YouTube reactioner, you think of someone who sits there and, in Grey's oh so good words, sits there and eats their lunch. And that's quite rightly a good thing to call them out on. There is thousands of lazy reaction channels out there. I don't think anyone's going to see this video, to be honest. I'm just making it because I'm angry. But Chris manages Vlogging Through History. He's a middle-aged man from rural America. He's your dad, basically. And he gives off that energy. He's a super chill guy. I'm an Australian. I know what a chill guy is. I would love to meet Chris and nerd out over obscure history facts, because I love history. Why do you think I watch his videos? He does genuine effort to add his perspective to things. He is also quite willing to step out of his comfort zone. He knows British and American history to a T. I don't know anyone else in my life, except for my friend who is British, knows more about British history. His videos are often 2 to 3 times the length of anyone he does react to. And most of the history community who have seen some of his videos genuinely appreciate the man. They don't see it as negativity. they're fine with it. Those channels are also of similar size to you, CGP Grey. We're talking Armchair Historian, we're talking Alternate History Hub, we're talking Tiger Star, we're talking Kings and Generals. All of those videos that they make are all incredibly well produced and of a similar quality, even higher, I would say, especially Armchair Historian than yours, and he manages to pump out a video almost every week, where you can't seem to get 2 a year. It's a dishonorable action you did, and then double down. So, the play-by-play of how this happened is, Chris from vlogging recently looked at his latest video, his flag tier list of the US states, which is definitely something that's in his board. It's American history. Of course, your stance and reactions is pretty hard. And I get it. It is your work. It is your video. You have every right to be protective of it, Grey. But you've got big brain energy. So when Chris, because copyright is in the eye of the beholder, copyright law states that for a video to be considered fair use and able to pass the fair use guidelines, it needs to be transformative. Transformative means many things, but one of the biggest ones is educationally. When Chris makes comments on a video, he pauses it, and he makes the comments. He brings up historical parallels, important people, what's going on in the world at this time. That is educational. He's also, like I said, pretty chill. You could have come at this 900 different ways, and you would come out looking like the big guy. You would come out looking like a god. But no, you decided to go about it like, well, Disney, the company that you also said in your famous tweet. Do you know why people don't mess around with Disney? Because Disney slaps, and they slap hard. Grey, you have made a video on copyright. You know copyright laws, or at least I thought you did. You very much know that to enforce a copyright, you need to defend it vigorously. Every single one of those other reaction channels that you let stay up, that you either haven't gotten to, or just don't want to for some reason, are living proof that you are a hypocrite. That is hypocritical actions. You cannot just target one individual and say, he alone is breaching your copyright. From your perspective, they all are. So, start laying down those strikes. I can search right now and find 10 videos, easily, back of my hand. There's no difficulty at all. So, after Chris decides to quite rightly say, no, I believe my video is fair use, which he has a right to do, you will then need to prove to YouTube that you are taking into court because you believe your copyright has been breached. Again, that's what you have to do. That's the law. But instead, you, as someone who makes most likely more than $1 million a year, decides that no, you're intimidated by an American dad living in everywhere state. I don't know anything about Chris's finances. I don't think he would exactly want to share those details now, would he? But I don't think he's got as much money as you probably do. Here's a whiff of a lawsuit, he'd take the video right down. Hell, he would have taken it down if he just asked. Now, I see a lot of CGP Grey's fans, especially on Reddit of all places, defending him like, why does CGP Grey have to go and talk to vlogging? He should just ask for permission. Yes, that is a valid point. CGP Grey is not required to tell everyone to not react to his channel, although he seems to have done an amazingly Reddit-like move and complained about it to YouTube and Disney on Twitter. A bastion of hope for humanity. That was sarcasm, Grey. I need to make things clear because considering that you're a former teacher and you pretty much, well, I mean, your last one, you basically called US states kids, so let's do this as an elementary style breakdown. You are a magnificent idiot for doing that. You decided that after Chris said, no, I believe it's fair use, and you were required to take him to court to beat him and make that video stay down, to just immediately copyright strike a second one. You dropped 2 metaphorical nukes onto his channel. You only get 3 chances. 3 strikes and you're out. Anyone makes any claim against Chris now, for any reason, and he's gone. And he ain't getting it back. And this is only because your fragile little ego couldn't handle sending an email. This is a deliberate action on you because it required more effort than just the email. Too busy on Twitter, I suppose, or not making your videos. I don't even know if you make them anymore. You probably got an editor. You probably got several. You're a business after all. And one thing about businesses is they survive on their reputation more than anything else. There are big companies that are despised and hated. Almost every bank in the United States. But they're a vital institution. They're required for day-to-day life. No one requires your Reddit tier faux intellectualism. You magnificently terrible person. I can't even describe how bad it was what you did. You did the one thing that every YouTuber hates. You abused the YouTube copyright system. A system that, and you quite rightly should know, is arbitrary, not very effective, and painfully annoying to deal with. Ask any YouTuber. They will back me up on that one. You know this. You have been around on the website before even the copyright system was an issue. You have 15-year-old videos. And you're in your, what, 40s? I'm going to break it down like this. What Chris basically did, and quite rightly, you can decide you didn't like it. That's fine. What he did, and what you did, is vastly inequivalent. You did the metaphorical of turning up to a playground and beating up children, and once they're all knocked out, declaring yourself the winner. You need to apologize. You take back those strikes, you say sorry. Chris has stated he's never going to react to your videos again. Because your fragile little ego can't take it. You need absolute control over everything. To cap this all off, to finish this up, because I've been rambling, because I'm mad. Grey, I'm saying this to you personally. If you actually stick around this long for the video. Doubt it. But hey, kiss kiss. You're never going to live this down. There's a saying, the internet never forgets. And the internet certainly isn't going to forget this. The not animation, my apologies, the historian YouTube community will never forget this, and they will never forgive you for this. You broke the sacred rule. You don't fuck around with the YouTube copyright system. And you certainly don't act like a petulant man-child. You have 5 million subscribers. Chris doesn't even have 1 million. He doesn't even have 500,000. He's a nobody in the grand scheme of things. That's not an insult to him. He isn't a big channel. There are worse. If you wanted to publicly come out against reaction channels, you could have done that. Gone for one of the big ones. The ones who do just sit there and do nothing. Hell, there's Hassan. He does that all the time. Hell, he gets up off his streams and walks away. But you didn't want to do that. Why? Because you're a coward. You decided to punch down. If you punched up or punched with someone who was a similar size, who was a laser reactor that you don't stand, you would have come off looking crisp. You would have come off looking like the hero of YouTube. Instead, you've done monumental damage to yourself, shown the world how petulant of a man-child you are, and how little you can take criticism. I am taking envy in annoying you right now. I hope you're mad. I want you to be. Because I didn't want to have to do this. And if it blows up and I become a big YouTuber, like hell will I ever let you live this down. Take your L and sod off. There's a saying in my great nation of Australia. I live in a country where everything's trying to kill you. I'm not afraid of you. I will tell you this. You will never live this down. No one will ever forget this. And you will forever wear this black mark on your heart. What you did was stupid and petulant. I grant you the title CGP Grey. You're not CGP Grey anymore. That name was a respectable YouTuber who unfortunately died about a year back. You're the grey petulant man baby of YouTube. And you can enjoy that reputation for as long as you have, and it will haunt you. No one likes you. No one's going to respect you after this, and quite rightly, I'm happy for that. Go away. I don't want you in the history community. No one in the history community wants you around. Go away. It's that simple.